Hello and welcome to Miniature Night here on AFK. Tonight you've got me, Cameron, and you've got
me, Alex.
And tonight we're just going to have a chill time. We're not going to be playing anything. We're going to be painting. Because we wanted to paint.
Yeah, we're not playing.
No. No, I think you'd win.
What? I don't know, man.
I got little guys.
Oh, they're so cute. Oh, is that a melted gun?
It is.
Is you gonna use microwave radiation to cook people's organs?
Yeah, that's how that works.
Oh.
It's a death ray.
Bzzzt.
And this guy.
Oh, a plasma gun.
Yeah. I drilled out all the barrel, including, like, look at this.
Hell yeah, brother.
Look at the barrel I drilled out on this guy's, like,
Exquisite.
little pistol.
Does he have a rocket launcher as well? Thing on his back.
Oh no, that's his hell gun. It's one of these things.
Ooh.
So you can see the
gun from hell.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm painting Imperial Stormtroopers.
Awesome.
What are you working on?
I am going to be painting my Lunagans, which was actually one of the things that I worked on last time I was on Tinker Tailor. It's, well, I mean, we have a sort of like, this is what it's supposed to look like.
Cool.
It's, this was I'm trying to remember.
What's this from?
It's not technically from anything. Like the line Machine and Krieger, the I guess brand, it's kind of like bashed kits.
Cool.
Where,
right, yeah, because this one looks like it's got like, you know, something that you kit bash out of an ATST and an Apollo lunar module.
That's not too far off the mark, because my understanding is how they designed these, like their original sort of mecha, and there's like a series of them, and I think that the original like 4 models that they made out of this might actually be kit bashes.
Cool.
And then they like make a injection molded version.
Oh, neat.
So
nice.
That's pretty cool.
It's always interesting, that thing of like, you know, so many miniatures and stuff are based on like either a real thing or like something from a movie or a video game or a TV show or whatever. Yep. But just sort of making it, it's like, whoa, what is this from? Nothing. It's nothing. It's just cool.
Yeah.
There's some famous model kit that's like heavily used in every Star Wars movie. I don't remember which one it is, but it's like one of them.
Right. Cool.
Yeah, so this also might be an opportunity for me to audit my paints a little. But I think I'm going to start with this dark gray here and just start, well, base coating.
Yeah. Based.
Based. Oh, that is not as much as I thought there was.
Oh dear.
Maybe there's like a medium gray here. Okay, you know what, that'll do. That'll do, pig.
This is very, get fortunate.
We are up late.
For those
getting
of you,
fortunate.
For those of you who are listening to music, tried something a little different tonight. This is we subscribe to a service called Artlist. I think you might have seen it in Crapshoots or something, but it allows us to get music that we use for videos and stuff that is doesn't have it's pre-cleared with YouTube and stuff. And I thought that for tonight I would just do a search for, in this case, instrumental and carefree.
All right.
Is the tag I have right now. We can try different tags later on, maybe. And I just sort of hit play and we'll see what happens.
Awesome.
Thin your paints. Oh, there we go, that's going on pretty nice.
Luckily, I'm extremely cheap, so these paints are being thinned to within an inch of their life. That's actually not true. I'm a spendthrift.
Wait, isn't spendthrift also cheap?
Possibly. I don't know. I don't know what words mean.
I thought spendthrift was like you spend too much money.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the definition I was hoping to go with.
antonym to frugal.
Because thrifty is
Yeah.
Yeah.
also being cheap.
Maybe it's a flammable, inflammable kind of
Oh
situation.
God.
Oh yeah.
What are you working on, Paul? Got anything for us?
Me, I'm working on making you two look great. That's what I'm working on. Let me tell you,
Tough racket.
full-time job right there.
So my hope is that even like I could have sprayed this, but maybe doing actual brush strokes will work and get that kind of like over-painted look that you get on like Soviet tanks.
Yeah.
Because if you've sort of seen them up close, the paint job kind of looks like poop.
Yep. Like it was very far down anyone's list of concerns.
Yep. Well, I mean, a lot of the finishing work was not done. There's a guy on YouTube that I occasionally watch who, when he does models, he simulates the plate torch cutting and welding lines.
Really?
It's bananas.
Huh.
And it's kind of cool. I sort of get to see the context for that on a different YouTube channel I watch. I think it's called Oz Armory or something. It's a war museum in Australia that restores tanks, and they're working on KV-2 right now, I think.
Oh, wow.
And it is a pig.
Yeah.
I think they found it at a French firing range, and it was completely chopped up by like anti-tank fire, and so they had to like torch cut out major sections of it and replace it, and then like spend all this time with their biggest hydraulic press flattening it.
Amazing. Yeah, like taking it right down to the bones again, I
Yeah,
guess.
no, they completely busted it apart like a flat pack.
Cool.
Like they strip out all the wheels and suspension all come out, and then they cut the sides and hull off.
Huh.
And then they worked on those separately until they got them in the kind of shape that they want. And now they're putting it back together. Because the conundrum that restorers face is like how much effort it would be to restore something versus like I make a new one.
Right.
Because sometimes you're like, oh yeah, I definitely want to put this back together, and other times it's like, this is a piece of slag.
You're right. Right.
But I mean, often the point is the restoring.
Yeah.
Right? Like getting a new version would be easier, but that's not the whole idea.
Yeah, you want to use as much as possible, but sometimes it's either like not possible, or it also depends on what type of restoration they're doing. Like I'm pretty sure this will be like a fixed, non-functional display, so they don't need to worry so much about some stuff, like getting it to run.
Right.
Right. That's probably a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
It was a pretty big deal for when the things were being built.
Oh, they only had to last,
Yeah. They did the math, actually.
which is wild.
Yeah, they're like, what's the average lifespan of this vehicle in combat?
Okay,
So you're saying we're wasting money by making it last longer than that?
yeah, skip the paint step.
Yeah, I've watched a couple of lectures about Kursk. You know, you get into a mood, you're like, sure, tell me about the biggest tank battle of all time. It's not, but you know, it has that reputation. And one of the things they talk about is like, you know, the T-34 that the Soviets were using was a tank whose price had come down by half
Yep.
in the course of the war. It's like, I mean, that's pretty impressive, right?
That's remarkable.
How do you do that?
Well,
There's so much stuff you just don't bother with.
yeah.
But it's not that the same components are now cheaper.
Yeah, it's we're just gonna leave out a bunch of stuff.
Yep. Well,
Nice,
they
nice.
also like, I think I was watching something similar, and one of the things they remarked about why the Soviet tank spam was so effective was because they're standardized as well. Because like Germany had like a couple,
yeah.
a couple dozen tank designs,
Well, not only that, but like the same lecturer. It was a talk by John Parnell, who's usually like a Pacific guy, but he was like, I can write something about this. Pointed out that like if you go through the number of versions of like the Panther, or no, it was the Tiger. Tiger. And then average it out over the number of tanks produced. Right, which is kind of how it worked, right? Like some versions got more than others, but like there would be 14 tanks of a single like version of the Tiger.
And there was not a lot of the parts were interchangeable, as I recall.
Yeah, like it was just a nightmare of a vehicle.
Yeah, but it was, super high tech and very like.
Yeah, it was a very good heavy tank, but like mechanically nightmarish. It like like an insane thing to do for an armored fighting vehicle that is probably going to get blown up. Right. Like he points out that they were it's hard to figure out how much the Germans were paying exactly for one of these things.
Yeah.
Because their money wasn't freely interconvertible.
Yeah.
But roughly, they were paying roughly as much as the Americans were for a B-24 heavy bomber.
Good gravy.
Yeah, it's that interesting aspect of like how much. It's like, yes, you can make the best tank,
or you can make a bazillion of an okay tank, or maybe even a shitty tank, and you have a bazillion of them.
Of course, it depends on how much you care about the guy in the tank.
Yeah, like, the...
This is Soviet
this is people's entire PhD work, like lifetimes of work go into this. It's complicated.
Yeah.
Right? Like, how bad can a fighting vehicle get before it's not actually
useful?
Yeah.
Nobody ever won a war going to die for their country. You win a war by getting the other poor dumb bastard to die for his country. But yeah, so much of what I've noticed and seen in documentaries is the role of things like logistics and like strategy.
Yeah,
because like the fighting is what gets all the sort of like visual attention, but what actually makes any of that possible is like orders of magnitude larger systems for supplying all that stuff.
Yes, yeah.
There's like a military video game that I thought was really interesting that actually does like people play both fighters and logistics people.
Ooh.
And so, there's a push and pull between people who want to play the logistics people and people who want to play the fighters, and the fighters being like, hey, where's all our stuff?
We're working on it.
I always remember playing Medal of Honor back in the day, and you get in, you appear on like an aircraft carrier. There will be like a plane in front of you. You run to the plane, somebody else jumps in the plane, you take off, wait until you get over the island, and then everybody jumps out of the plane. It's like, this is probably not
verisimilitude.
This is probably not a really efficient use of our budget for planes.
Yep.
Just to get like 100 meters from the aircraft carrier to the shore.
Yeah, I mean, so much of it is probably like just down to pinching pennies, because you're just like, well, this thing costs this much and weighs this much, and transporting a bazillion of these is going to cost this much fuel and require this many vehicles. But if we make it a few ounces lighter, then we can save.
Right, the economies of scale.
Yep. I'm sure a lot of that calculus went into, for example, like ration packs. Because like,
Well, yeah, didn't the Americans redesign theirs kind of recently? And now they're kind of in like a bubble pack rather than the bag.
Oh, no more gussets.
No more gussets.
Gussetless behavior.
Quite. But you know, it probably saves, I don't know, half a pound per crate.
Yeah, and like when you stack that up to like transporting a train load or something, it starts to matter quite a bit.
I would have thought that bubble pack would add, I guess, less weight but more bulk.
More bulk.
Maybe that doesn't matter so much.
know. Immediately regretting not having more sub-assemblies on this. I'm gonna have to use a smaller brush to get in here.
Oh, right. How much you've already attached too much together.
It's fine, but there's just like a lot of inside surfaces to touch with the paint.
Do you have a plan for the color style for it?
Nope. I might loosely follow what they have going on in the package, but I'm just gonna start with some basics and then sort of see where we go from there.
How about you, Cam? What do you have a plan for what you're gonna paint your guys?
I'm gonna do the classic like science fiction stormtrooper black bodysuit with white armor.
Ooh, that's cool.
Yeah. It's gonna be the, I don't know, very bright and stark.
Tactical.
Yeah, tactical. The opposite of that, actually.
Tactical.
Yeah.
You are an advocate of the white styling for armor and stuff. Eh?
I just kind of like how it looks. I think it's very
Striking.
yeah, it's immediately visible on the tabletop, and that kind of legibility counts for a lot.
It's you want your enemy to know just how in trouble they are.
Yes, yeah. It matters, you know. It's courtesy.
Yeah.
Right, and also, yeah, if you're fighting in the snow, you're already there.
Yeah. Yeah, talking about war logistics, I watched a movie recently called The Arctic Convoy.
Oh, that came out. How was it?
It was all right. I mean, it wasn't amazing or anything, but it was very cool getting to see like a different perspective
Right.
on the war. It's about a supply ship. I believe it's a Norwegian supply ship that's part of a convoy, and basically their escort bails on them.
Right. It's the one that the British Admiralty suddenly like got freaked out that the Tirpitz was going to attack the convoy, and so they ordered it to scatter. Right. It was PQ-17. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. So the
Did
convoy.
you say pew pew 17?
PQ-17.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think was the convoy number. It was it's one of the bigger naval disasters ever.
Well, because like almost all of them got sunk.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's sort of about them, the very, very driven captain trying to go the distance, because it would be a cinch for them to just like turn around, go back to Sevastopol, I think, and save their own skins. But the Soviets are waiting for those supplies that they really need to defeat Hitler.
Mm-hmm.
So it's one of those weird things.
Do you want to be the guy who's like, sorry, we can't defeat Hitler today?
Yeah.
It's like, sorry, don't have the bullets for it. Gee, talking of Soviets, I was reminded, watching a bunch of nuke documentaries again, that the surrender of Japan may have had a great deal to do with the Soviet invasion and not entirely the bomb.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, it's one of those hotly debated topics.
Yeah, where it's just
right?
like, it's maybe not clear that it's one or the other, but it was definitely like a combination.
One of the things that I remember hearing about it is that, like, you know, we kind of recognize the use of nuclear weapons against civilian targets as, you know, not good. It's not good.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't.
But, like, you know, in Truman's shoes, not to, like, justify the act.
Oh, of course
But
not.
you have to imagine him looking at it and looking at the war plan to invade Japan.
Yep.
And seeing, like, we project 1 million casualties
Okay.
taking Kyushu.
Yeah.
And then we have to invade the main island.
Yeah.
It's 1945. Your population's been at war for 4 years. And then, say you do that, right? The war stretches on for another year, and 1 million people come home, like, in a bag or down a limb or something.
Yep.
And then your population finds out
That you had
that you
a
had
portable sun.
Yeah, that you had a portable sun and you didn't use it.
Yeah.
Do you make it to your car?
No.
Right? Like that's just one element of the calculus.
Well, what was really interesting is that the documentary posited that Japan was able to kind of save face by maintaining the narrative that, like, they were defeated by this, like, spectacular,
Okay, yeah.
you know, like the power of physics.
Yeah. It's like, well,
And
what are you
not-
going to do about this?
Yeah, it's just like, oh, it's like, you know, they harnessed the power of God against us. You know, we did the best we could. And it, rather than, like, it having anything to do with the Soviets coming in through, was it Korea? I'm trying to remember exactly where it was, but it was like, it was going to be bad news. So, yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, I imagine a lot of discussion and debate goes into it. But it's certainly fascinating. I was watching a documentary about the history of nuclear workers
Yeah.
from, like, the 40s onward. It's a bad time, brother.
I don't even want to imagine.
Yeah. I don't even think they got as to Rocky Flats, although I haven't quite finished watching it. Like, Rocky Flats is maybe the most comical one. It was just like, what do you want to do with these plutonium tailings? Like, how do we store them? I'm thinking in regular drums in a field.
Sure.
You want to put a, like, tarp over them or, like, a shed? No, just leave them.
Yeah, sure. We'll get around to it.
It's not a field anybody uses.
No. There's no wind.
Are we treating these drums at all in any way?
Nah.
Steel drums?
Nah, just
Cool.
stick 'em in
Okay.
there.
Love it.
And you don't mind that, like, the materials are corrosive, right? It'll leak slowly. It's really funny. All the sort of, like, toxic waste imagery of the 70s really starts to make sense when you see a lot of this stuff.
Oh yeah, like
know, you'd get
the
stuff-
barrels leaking.
Yeah,
with,
exactly. Like, that was a
glowing
big
green stuff.
thing. Because it was, like, a lot of it was nuclear waste. Some of it was just, like, toxic sludge garbage. You know, pre-EPA 1970s.
Is there any type of nuclear waste that does actually glow green?
It doesn't glow green. It might fluoresce green.
'Cause I think
Like, a lot of, I
doesn't
think,
most nuclear stuff fluoresce like yellow or blue?
yes, it doesn't actually fluoresce. It ionizes the air.
But
That's not quite the same thing. I'm not sure
was
where
it-
the green glow came from.
Check.
But like I said, it does. If you put a black light on certain types of uranium, they'll turn a very vivid green color.
Cool.
it's like Chekhov radiation.
Cherenkov.
Yeah.
Cherenkov. Chekhov radiation is
It's-
when you have
The
the
nuclear
uranium.
vessels.
Nuclear vessels.
Yeah.
I watched that the other night maybe for the first time. I don't think I'd seen. Was it Star Trek 3? 4? 4. Yeah, the whale one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's fun.
It is fun. Some of those movies definitely feel like big budget TV episodes
Yeah.
for everything that entails. But yeah, that was definitely fun.
I mean, that one is definitely considered to be one of the best. It was part of the, all the even-numbered Star Trek movies are good
Yeah.
thing.
Star Trek 2 was astounding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you
Like I think
So good.
like some of the Star Trek movies, some of them are bad, some of them are watchable, some of them are entertaining. I think Star Trek 2 is the only one I would say is a good movie.
Yep.
And it's not just it's a great movie. It's like one of the I don't know. I'd put it up there.
Yeah, it's quite good. Paradox.
Yeah. I think 4 is my favorite, but it's just maybe just because it's a little sillier, but
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no.
But like everyone acts
the
so much
acting is
in Star Trek 2. It's
Yeah, yeah.
awesome. Like there's nothing left. It's so theatrical. It's so big.
I have done worse than kill you. I have hurt you, and I wish to go on hurting you.
It's
so
just
good.
like yeah.
Yes, Ricardo Montalvo. Oh man, it's so good.
Like it's so big and theatrical.
Yeah.
See, that's something that annoyed me about the the new Trek series that with the J.J. Abrams setup,
Oh yeah.
and it's like, there's like this time travel thing. So
Oh my
like,
god, time travel in Star Trek.
Well, there's like this time travel thing, so like a bunch of the canon doesn't apply anymore.
Oh,
so it's okay,
right.
right? Uh-huh. But even with that, Khan was put into stasis before that time travel happened.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Which means
yeah.
that they should have done Benedict Cumberbatch up to look like Ricardo Montalban.
I just like you've got a guy whose last name is Khan.
Yeah.
Khan, or whose name is Khan. Khan Noonien Singh. His last name is Singh.
Yep.
Yeah.
Who do we get to play him? How about the whitest man we can
Yeah.
find?
Yeah.
Benedict Cumberbatch. How do you feel about playing a guy whose last name is Singh? Good. Okay. Awesome. Give me
It's
Sherlock
like
Holmes.
His head just like extends.
I mean, I don't think Ricardo Montalban had that much
No, no.
claim to it either. To be
No.
honest.
He didn't. He didn't. But like, India has actors. Kind of a lot of them.
They have quite a few.
Yeah.
I heard that one of the reasons a lot of maybe every Bollywood or Tollywood movie has the dance sequence is because it's like a tie-in with the albums and music video
Oh, okay.
and
Yeah.
that sort of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
In the same way that you'd have like product placement over here.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I could see that.
Yep.
The
Tollywood,
product placement is just slightly different.
Tollywood is South India?
I'm not sure, actually.
I'm gonna embarrass myself here. But I think that's where like RRR came from,
Okay.
which is,
I'm completely unfamiliar, honestly.
oh my god, that movie stomps so hard.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
It's astounding.
Yeah, it is an amazing movie. Highly recommend.
Yeah.
What's it about?
It's ostensibly about these sort of two friends, or they're sort of. But this guy, he's like from this little village, and he's like the champion of this village. And a little girl gets kind of kidnapped by these.
They paid for her.
Oh yeah, well yes, these rich British diplomat type people come through, this is at the time of the British occupation.
Okay.
And this little girl is like does some cool art that they like, so they're like, we will buy her.
You know, because that's the thing you can do.
Right.
And then so this sort of champion from the village goes off to try to find her and get her back.
Yeah, he's basically like on a pilgrimage almost.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh right, no, she sings. That's right. And then simultaneously, there's a totally separate guy who's who's in the Indian police force, who's also amazing. You know, he's also like this incredible.
They both have super martial arts.
Yeah, super.
Okay.
Like we're talking, inhuman martial arts capabilities.
Okay.
And then, and so he's in the police force. So predictably, these two guys come at odds. But they, of course, they meet each other and become friends before they realize, you know, that they are inherently on opposite sides of this of this conflict. And then it's like a 3-hour movie. A lot of complicated stuff happens.
But yeah,
Okay.
it's about like brotherhood and betrayal and redemption and basically kicking the shit out of the British.
Awesome. Love it.
Yeah.
But it's people get attacked by various wild animals at different times. Get people at one point, the two guys, one jumps onto the other's shoulders, and then they run around as like and like fighting people that way.
Forgot that part.
Cool.
Basically being like Goro from Mortal Kombat with 4 arms. It's
Okay,
very
this sounds like
silly.
it rules.
Yeah,
It really
yeah.
does.
The movie I've watched recently that I was a stylistic home run was my partner wanted to watch an animated film called Son of the White Mare.
I've never heard of it.
It is where is it from? Is it Hungarian? No. Now I'm going to embarrass myself. I think it might be Hungarian animated film. Based on kind of like steppe nomad myths.
Ooh.
About, there was this kingdom, it's been destroyed. The only survivor is like this white mare who escapes, and she's pregnant, and she gives birth to a prince who communes with the king deity who tells him, you'll go on to restore things, and he has to find his brothers and go into the underworld and destroy the 3 dragons that have overthrown the kingdom.
Wow.
And the animation is gorgeous. It's just gorgeous.
Sounds awesome.
And I was watching it and thinking, this seems really familiar to me, visually. There's something about this visual style, and I can't place it. And then looked it up, and it's Genndy Tarkovsky's favorite animated film.
Of course it is.
So it's if you've seen Clone Wars or Samurai Jack and you want to know where that look came from, it's this. And the action sequences are quite interesting. The dragons are not, they're not really dragons. They're the fight sequences against them are really kind of like high concept and abstract. But my favorite shot in it is the 3 brothers are sitting around a cauldron of porridge, eating it, and they only have 1 spoon to share. And so the shot is the cauldron of porridge kind of like at the bottom of shot, and the world is spinning around it.
Oh.
And the focal point is actually the spoon,
That's
as it's
very
being
cool.
handed between the brothers, making us like not a circle, but like one of those spirograph patterns, basically.
That's very, very
As
cool.
it's being handed from brother to brother, and they're like eating a spoonful of porridge, handing it left. And the final shot in the film is actually kind of profound. I thought.
Well, maybe we'll have to watch it.
It's good.
I believe it.
I believe it's available on like Archive or something.
Yeah, it should be on Archive. We watched it on Canopy, which
nice.
is the
It's the
it's-
one of the Canadian.
it's the library app,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So if you've got a library card, you can
Ooh.
watch a certain number of films every month.
Canopy and Hoopla are the two free things associated with the library.
It's getting so hard to parody the names
Streaming
of
services.
streaming services.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's on Fubu.
It's like, are you taking the piss?
Do you need to bite down on this wall?
I mean, I feel like at a certain point, it's just like, is what 4-letter series of like 4-letter pronounceable word hasn't been used yet? Mm-hmm. It's on.
I need some combination of vowels and consonants.
And it's like that, and I can, what's the shortest word that I can get a domain name for?
It's like, oh, I watched it on Chunk TV. See, we don't have Scrundle in our region.
Oh, you should try to get Crob.
I thought Crob was on.
That's Crunt.
Did we just write a crap shot?
I think we wrote a tweet from 10 years ago.
Yeah, it's the problem. You when things self-parody too much.
Yep. Mm-hmm. I mean, so much stuff is like just beyond parody anyway.
I remember I was trying to think of a joke about like a magic thing, and about I was like, and for the joke I needed like, it's like, wouldn't it be stupid if X property became a Universes Beyond
no.
thing, right?
Right.
And I realized that I could not think of any media property that might be off limits, that like might be
Yep.
so
Yeah.
ridiculous that it's
Can't do it.
impossible. It's like no, I can't think of anything that would be so ridiculous that it would be outside the bounds of possibility.
I'm kind of surprised we haven't had a Conan one yet.
Oh, you know what? That would actually work.
I mean, it would probably be a much smaller, like, design space than you would think.
Yeah, because you'd be like, punch.
Yeah, like sure, there's Conan the Barbarian, then Conan the King.
Well, there's
And
there's a lot of Conan comics, aren't there?
Yeah, oh yeah, and books.
So yeah, maybe there's enough there.
They've already solved the make 20 versions of one character thing, so
Yeah. Like, we have the contemplate this on the Tree of Woe.
Exile target creature.
What are you on? Tree of Woe control. I thought they banned that card.
I'll cast Riddle of Steel. Please sacrifice a creature.
you can cast Crom and just lose the game.
That's still my favorite moment in any of those movies. Is it Subadai
Maybe?
and
Sounds like it.
Conan are having like an argument about theology? Uh-huh. And Conan's like, I worship Crom, who
lives
who's
under the
chained,
mountain.
Yeah, chained under the mountain. And Subadai's like, I worship the open sky. And Conan like furrows his brow for a second and then looks up. And then is like, he goes through it. Like Arnie does some acting. And the mental journey Conan goes on is just like, holy shit. The sky's so big.
Yeah.
That's way bigger than Crom's Mountain. Oh no! Oh no!
But just like from what I understand, the the whole idea with Crom is that he's chained into the mountain.
Yeah, he's a suffering god.
Yeah, so
Right.
it's like
This sucks.
you never want to. It's not like you want to actually,
Emulate Crom.
meet Crom or emulate Crom,
Yeah.
or you don't want Crom to actually, influence your life in any way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, I mean, it's
Because
like
it'll be bad.
he'll ask you the riddle of steel, and if you can't answer, he'll chuck you out of Valhalla laughing at you. That's kind of his shtick.
Mm-hmm.
What is best in life?
Man, I should go watch Conan.
Yep.
Movie rules.
Yeah. Remember when he gets drunk and punches that camel?
That is in Conan the Conqueror. And I do not recognize that film.
We of the council have decanonized it. We did extensive research into the novelizations, and
Found it was unrealistic.
yes.
Uh-oh. New Warhammer reveals in like 10 minutes.
Oh my god,
Really?
it's Adepticon, right.
Cool.
Well,
I don't know why I didn't think that there was a 40K or like Games Workshop convention.
yeah. Well, Adepticon is like, it's an American independent convention.
Is it like Pan War Games?
I think it's supposed to be.
Okay.
I mean, Adept is sort of...
It's Warhammer speak, but like, it's, at least from what I remember, Adepticon is like a third party like tournament.
Cool.
I feel like a first party Warhammer tournament or tournament or Warhammer convention needs to have the like Latin, it's conventionium
Yeah.
or whatever, something like that.
There's a great.
Oh,
I mean, they do have them. They announced there's going to be one in Edmonton over my birthday.
Ooh.
I remember because we cover it occasionally on Checkpoint because they'll be like, and here's 10 new games using the IP.
Yep. One may be good.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what, there's like a couple of years ago where they were just like, you know what? If you've got a game, you can have the IP. We don't care anymore.
Yeah. Oh, what was his name? He was one of the founding members of Extra Credits. Animator. Daniel.
Yes.
Yeah. I thought pointed it out with, quite a lot of clarity that Games Workshop would license you a tiny sliver of, the Warhammer IP to make a game out of. And they would do that pretty, generously.
But they split it all up into little pieces.
Yes.
They're like, if you're making a Space Marine game, you can't use X and Y.
Yes.
Only use Space Marines.
At least for, a while. That was how they operated. And then I think they used that basically to scout the studios that they liked working with. Or who were capable of producing, the results that they wanted.
A really long con art contest. Yeah. Beware art contests that are actually spec work. Oh, the poor amateurs.
Yeah.
If you're wondering what I'm talking about, studios will sometimes, I hesitate to say trick people, but they will coerce them into doing what's called spec work, which is you do, you work for free, and then they decide whether they want it or not. And some art contests are like that, where they sort of lure you with the by jingling the keys of working with a major studio in front of you, and they're actually just getting a ton of artists to do free work, and then they get to pick the one they like the most, and the rest of them get to rub salt.
It's kind of an interesting area. Like, again, that comes up on Checkpoint sometimes with different video game companies doing that kind of stuff. And it's an interesting line, right? Like, a lot of it is vibe.
Yeah.
Like, it's an interesting, because you know, the line between we're doing this contest to celebrate fans
Sure, yeah.
and we're doing this contest, but it's actually secretly spec work, can be very blurry. And it's one of those odd situations where money, like doing a contest like that without a prize,
Yeah.
is actually sometimes better than giving a prize.
I was going to say that, like,
Because if you give a prize, suddenly now it's like, oh, wait a minute.
yeah.
Yeah.
The rule of thumb is never work for exposure, but there's an asterisk next to it, which is it's actually fine and potentially even very good for you to work for exposure, provided you go in with both eyes open and know that you are working for exposure and that it's not like any other kind of expectation, or that if you think it's that kind of exposure is going to be worth it for your time and to enhance your sort of imprint. So that's okay. It's just like a thing about being informed about what you're getting into and porqué. But yeah, don't give it away for free. You know, I think I'm actually kind of happy that I'm painting this by
Wait. I was just going
by
to...
brush.
Some in the comments mentioned, we seem to have run out of this particular...
Oh, it's just taint?
Well, we seem to have run out of this particular tag, or at least the ones that wants to show me. Should we come up with a different tag?
Sure.
Yeah.
So that was carefree.
Moody? Maybe that's...
Yeah. Do we have house?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is painting bottles.
Angry, dramatic, serious, mysterious,
Ooh,
peaceful.
dramatic.
Ooh, dramatic. I gotta know what dramatic is.
All right.
This will be good. Ooh, that is too much water.
Like just mono trailer music.
I feel like I'm gonna have like a shock of deja vu as I recognize this music from Watch and Play.
I'm pretty sure a lot of watch and play games aren't licensing their music.
Yeah. Or having music, or sound effects, or voiceover, or gameplay, or graphics. There was a time and a place where destiny met fate on the field of battle in a time of love.
You actually timed it to the music. Amazing.
It's like we have Dennis Villeneuve at home.
Or Hans Zimmer.
Yeah.
I still love my headcanon for how the Interstellar soundtrack was described
What's
in
that?
a meeting.
Oh no.
You know, like, Denis Villeneuve goes into the meeting with Hans Zimmer and is like, well, I want a big, like, this is a high concept film. And I've been watching a lot of, like, classic science fiction for it. and I want something that evokes like, Philip Glass minimalism with like, a 2001-esque kind of like sampling of the classical music sphere, and Hans Zimmer sitting there in the meeting and then just goes, "What? I can't." Sorry, what?
God, that's good. It's like, what kind of music do you want? Yes. I'm wondering if I can use some of my illustration techniques on this model. Because I've heard about, like, painting fake shadows.
Or not Villeneuve. Yeah, Christopher Nolan. What did I think Villeneuve?
Because we were talking about Dune?
Yeah. Hans Zimmer collaborators.
That's the one.
So actually draw like fake shadows in.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think that's an effect that's used a lot on Warhammer minis because like you want to exaggerate the details so they pop.
Yeah.
Because the
And,
scale's
like,
tiny.
Yeah, and the scale doesn't like. Natural shadows don't occur on scale at the way that you like want them to look.
Yeah. So, something that I sometimes do when I'm drawing stuff is that I'll do line art and then throw in colors, and then I start adding in blacks, like in the sort of low lights, before I do actual like toning. So I get the like really dramatic shadow parts to get, that nice contrast going. And I still think I'm a little cowardly about it because like I don't want to go as far as like Mike Mignola, but I do like those deep shadows.
Mike Mignola drawing the hero, leaning against a set of like Venetian blinds.
I mean, I love when he does shit like that because
Yeah.
it was a lot of fun to draw. Right?
It's really cool. It's just like, I see you have mastered the technique of negative space. I wish he would do more screw-on head. That's maybe the best thing he's ever done.
I'm completely unfamiliar.
Oh man!
Do you see the like one episode pilot?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking of. Like, well, he did a comic, and then it was turned into like a little sort of animated pilot, and it's genius. It's so silly and weird. It takes place in like Lincoln era America, where there's supposedly like a secret history, and Screw-On Head is this steampunk robot with all these like different bodies, because like he's a head that's threaded, and he'll like unscrew himself and screw into different bodies for different abilities. And he goes on like goofball adventures, and it's Mignola's signature style, but it takes itself way, way, way less seriously than like Hellboy.
Okay.
And it's just so much fun.
Cool.
Yeah, and the animation is astounding. I know something you don't know. I'm trying to remember, it's got a pretty stacked voice cast. It's like Paul Giamatti and
David Hyde Pierce is Screw-On Head, isn't he?
I thought he was he Emperor Zombie? Because I
maybe-
thought, Paul Giamatti was Screw on Head.
Oh, okay, yeah, maybe in person. Yeah, I don't know. I remember he was in it.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a short and very sweet little animation. I'll have to share it with you somehow.
Sounds good.
It's very good.
Nice. We start the announcements with delay due to audio issues.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Man, a couple
So
of
always nice to see that.
yeah, even the big like
Yeah.
yeah. A few months ago, maybe last year, maybe it was last year's version of this. The audio kept cutting out, and then it sounded terrible. And people, like the chat in these is always like just the worst
Oh
people.
god, I
imaginable.
can't imagine what Warhammer chat must be like.
Oh, it sucks so bad. Everyone is just like, whatever stupid thing everyone is mad about this week, let's just spam that forever. And then spike it with memes from other things. And it's just like, okay, good. Great, guys. But like, I kind of got it
Yeah.
because they're streaming from what's basically a giant convention center
Yeah.
using somebody else's like AV setup.
Oh no.
Right? And it's like, this is never going to work, right? Like, you had how much, like, you came in probably yesterday morning and tested this.
If you tested it.
Yeah.
You plugged it on, made sure that it turned on.
Yeah. And like, depending where you are too, you might not have been allowed to touch certain things.
Have you ever seen how much they...
It's not GW's core competency. They were probably
Yeah.
relying on somebody else to do it for them.
Yes. Yeah. But it would just be like, hey guys, we need you to run like an enormous stream using somebody else's setup
Now.
now. Like, oh, okay, sure.
It's like, Besh, are you for real? Have you played Pre-Modern yet?
I have not. Were you on the stream the other day?
I was not, but a buddy of mine introduced me to it.
Oh.
It's pretty cool. Unfortunately, it's already started to spike prices on staples.
I can imagine. Like, a lot of those cards probably were already kind of expensive, right?
Yeah, well, it's weird because it's like polarized into cards that are worth nothing and will always be worth nothing, and then like Phyrexian Dreadnought.
Right. Or like, yeah, are your finishers things like Morphling?
Oh baby, what a good format.
Like, is that a card you play in
I don't
Pre-Modern?
know.
And a surprisingly large number of cards have actually been reprinted. Like, a purist obviously wants one from the right time period, but I believe pre-modern people aren't too picky about if it's got the new frame or whatever. Dark Ritual. How?
Yeah, aren't there about 1 billion of those?
Yeah.
I guess fewer Dark Rituals have been printed than probably like a common in a 2026 like regular set,
Yeah, maybe.
right? Just from the way that game has grown.
Reprinted a lot. So what I'm doing now is just cleaning up the places where you can really clearly see streaking. It's like some of the low spots are not so bad. It's actually not too bad of a base coat so far.
Do you have to be careful not to paint the connecting pieces?
No, I'm sort of given up on trying to protect those. Like, they're gonna get painted gloss black anyway. Because like there's rubber. Or no, wait. I think these are all springs, which is wild. Look at that.
Oh,
Sorry,
really?
did you-
They're actual springs?
Yep.
Could you move it down a little bit? Or
Cool.
Oh,
Yep.
Cool.
Which is actually kind of an elegant solution.
wow.
So
Yeah, usually you don't have like. Usually everything's a little rigid.
well, this one's just built different. Okay, so I also need to work out the orientation of this thing. So that's the hull. And I'm going to, I guess, sort of pretend that the highlight spot. Okay, so we've got flat black here. We've also got this panel liner, which we'll see if it's, oh, okay, it's still got some life to it. Might use like a fine-ish brush for this. Okay, so turret question mark. Yeah, that's the turret, I guess. Well, you know what? Let's see what this panel liner looks like. Maybe it will work as a wash. Okay, yeah.
Oh, Paul, should we think about taking a break fairly
Oh,
soon?
that's a great idea.
That is a good call. We should do that.
Okay, everyone. We're going to take a short 5-minute break, and then we'll be back. But, you know, cycle your fluids, or don't. I'm not a cop. I can't tell you what to do. But see you shortly. So I say Gundam. I barely know him.
Love you, Cam.
I don't know why. Hi, everyone. How's it going out there? We're back. We hope you're back too. We're putting brush to men.
It's
So-
brushing men.
It's
Hallelujah.
it's brushing men. Amen.
So I think this is working quite well. I'll show you the results in a minute.
Panel liner, aka a pre-made oil wash.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. It certainly smells good enough.
Gotta love that turpentine.
I know Ian demonstrated some panel lining and stuff on his big, what is it, Strom something.
The Sturm Tyrant?
Sturm Tyrant, the giant mech that he was building for a while on Tinker Tailor.
Right,
And,
right.
he did some panel linings. It's really, it's just sort of relying on that,
Capillary action.
to take it right into the.
Capillary? Capillary?
Is that one of those?
Tomato.
Yeah.
Let's say yes.
Let's call the whole thing off.
It's like that that post from, was it Blaseball? When they were doing the Caves of Cud tie-in, and their FAQ for it was, how is Caves of Cud pronounced? Like just in text. And the reply was, excellent question, it's pronounced Cud. Right, Q-U-D.
That's really funny.
Yeah.
I do like when people in the chat do that to us.
How do you pronounce this? Oh, you just spell it.
Yeah, people just write, oh, it's spelled, it's pronounced, and then they just write the word again.
Half the time I want to believe that they actually think they're being helpful. It's like the time that I was playing D&D with friends, and one of them asked how to do how to trip someone, and I said, "You do a trip attack," and my buddy sitting next to me says, "Yeah, you do a trip attack." And the guy who asked the question is just like, "I'm going to strangle both of you."
That was actually one of my favorite gags from an old Friday Nights. Was somebody explaining the eggs deck, and be like, "I don't get it," and they're like, "Okay, here," and then they go and get an egg, and it's like the egg part wasn't the part that was confusing.
Yeah. Same campaign. We at one point, like, our characters discover they're inside a Dyson sphere.
Oh, wow.
And are trying to communicate this to somebody else. And one of my friends is like, "Okay, so imagine you take like a bowl, and then you take another bowl and you put them together, right?" And the guy we're explaining it to stops him and says, "Okay, what you're describing is a sphere. The sphere part I understand. I know what a sphere is. Sphere is not the difficult part of this concept. It was the other word you used."
Okay,
it's like a high-end vacuum.
Yeah. So it's a circle. It's a sphere with a high-end vacuum.
Gotcha.
So I guess there's a certain definition where that actually kind of makes sense, I guess.
What do you reckon of that?
That looks smooth.
And
then the oil wash.
Down a little bit. Oh, that's very
So
nice.
this is starting to pick out the panel lines, and then of course I can go back in and correct anywhere there's been too much applied.
Yeah.
With the sort of curved, the sort of very sort of slate gray, and then the panel lines on the curved thing. It has a very cartoon almost, almost like a cell shaded look to it.
Yeah, no, it's looking really nice, Alex.
Thank you.
Wait, there's a Yu-Gi-Oh monster that's a Dyson sphere?
Of course there is.
It's called Dyson Sphere?
I feel like Wheeler's probably talked about how ridiculous that game is.
I have never spared it a moment's thought.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know much about it, other than the show tie-in is very funny. Or maybe I'm thinking of Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged, which is very funny. Mind Crush.
Is Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged like Dragon Ball Abridged?
Yep.
Okay. Same
studio,
people?
Yeah. They've made some astoundingly funny stuff over the years, although I sort of spare them a little bit of sympathy because I feel like they may have really typecast themselves. So I think that what they're working on now is sort of original Dragon Ball spin-off material.
Oh, okay.
So, because sooner or later you're going to want to flex
Do
your own
something
creative
else.
chops. And
Yeah.
I'm sure that the fan base that big is just do Dragon Ball GT now. We want to do the Boo Saga. Do the thing. And it's just can we please do our own thing?
Yeah, please
But
let us stop.
We have given you so much. I feel like the internet is maybe one of the best, worst places to become a victim of your own success. I somehow recall, I think Little Karibo may have actually like lost work because of the reputation of the show.
Really?
That is completely anecdotal. Please do not quote me on it without sourcing it. But like I recall hearing an anecdote that was just like it was trying to get like legitimate VA work, and they were like, "Oh, you're that guy." The meme baron. So it's unfortunate.
Yeah, that sucks.
Sometimes it is difficult to, separate the a particular work from the sort of fan community that builds up around it.
Yeah, it's tough, right? Because like the fan community, in a lot of ways, makes the thing what it is. But it sort of giveth and taketh away. Very much depending on what that fan base is like. Like, we are pretty blessed with our fan base because they're reasonable. We don't have too many nutsoids.
Yeah, not too many people screaming at us to like, just do the thing. Like we don't have a Homer in the audience screaming, play taking care of business.
Yeah.
Skip to the good part. Or, the dreaded Freebird. We have no Freebird.
Yeah. It's like, Cameron, say the line.
Up and at them.
Up and at them. Jiminy Jillikers, Jiminy Jillikers, Jiminy Jillikers. Maybe James was spared this, but I feel like being a Minecraft streamer has got to be a tough gig.
I mean, anybody who's a dedicated streamer of one game.
Yeah, that's got to be tough because it's like if you try to do literally anything, people will go into conniptions.
And yeah, that's sort of how you've built up your fan base. Then that can be tough, and especially depending on the game, it can be, difficult to find new things to do in the game.
Mm-hmm. So glad that I don't paint models that have like a really clean look. Like I was never into aviation, which I feel like must be a nightmare. Because it's very...
Weathering them is fun, though.
Yeah.
But like the weathering is very particular.
Yeah.
Right, it's not like with tanks.
It's quite subtle, and there's like little things. But like tanks, you make them so dirty and nasty. Is that a video game controller? No, just like a panel that looks kind of like an NES controller. But yeah, you can sort of hide a lot of your mistakes under weathering.
And I think another thing with tanks is that, at least ones from the middle of a war might never have looked very clean to begin with.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you read about tanks from the Second World War that were painted with mops.
Yep. You know when they applied Zimmerit, they would light it on fire to cure it?
Really?
Yep.
Man, all against something that wasn't a thing.
Okay, so this is one of those hilarious little observations that I've made about like war history and its intersection with hobby. So Zimmerit, for those of you unfamiliar, Zimmerit is a ceramic coating that the Germans put on many of their tanks, and it has this very distinctive kind of like corrugated look, because it was kind of like troweled on with like a shaped comb or something. And it was like full of benzene, so they would like I said, they would cure it by setting it on fire. And the purpose was to prevent magnetic mines from being stuck to the hull. Germany was the only army who fielded magnetic mines. So they had all these tanks of Zimmerit that was like basically like pointless.
Yeah, and it added like a ton to the weight of a tank.
I could believe it. So the knock-on effect of this has been in contemporary hobby armor modeling. There's all these different solutions for how to model scale Zimmerit.
Yeah, including like troweling it on.
Yep.
With a tiny scale comb.
Yep. Yeah, there's like little combs. There's little like prefab bits of it that you just stick on the hull. There's like, I almost want to say that there's like laser etched ones. But
Oh,
I
yeah,
think
definitely.
that's
I'd
really
believe it.
wild.
I mean, I guess that could be kind of, in some ways, that could be described as a success, right? Like, if the Allies were planning on developing magnetic mines, knowing that they would be foiled, they're like, okay, well, let's just not bother.
Right.
So, like, maybe it didn't do anything. Maybe it didn't do nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a tough one to
I'm sure
figure out.
that's the presentation that was made at the budget council.
But it is fun to paint.
Yep.
You
It's
put,
also-
like, corrugated cardboard on the side or something.
Well, I also love putting it on like sci-fi mecha and stuff because it looks super cool. Wonder if it has any effect on like shape charges.
I think it would need to be thicker and like actually integrated into the armor.
Yeah.
Because I'd want to say like theoretically, yeah, but it probably actually just gets flaked off, right? In
Yeah, I
the
could
first
believe it.
microsecond.
Okay, so
Because it's quite a thin layer,
A-
right? That isn't bonded to the...
yeah,
To the armor.
a different documentary that I watched recently about spying during the Cold War was describing how American snoopers would go on like tours of Soviet equipment, and the brass balls on these guys. There was a guy who was on a tour, and he jumped out of the car, ran up to the Soviet tank, pulled one of the ERAs off, and went back and took it home, so they could reverse engineer it.
Wow.
Nobody noticed them take it?
Apparently not. There's another one about these guys huddling just below the target line on a Soviet bomb range, which is also really scary to think about. And they would go and scrounge for like fragments to try and like, assess new metals and learn things. And they found a whole ass UXB and they brought it home. And like they brought this thing in, like pulled the tarp off, and everybody scattered. And when they looked at it, they were just like, "Thank you for bringing this back. It was unstable. Don't do that again."
I was like, putting a bomb into the, like, spy control headquarters is what the Soviets were trying to do.
Yep.
Yeah.
They just did it slower.
Yeah, there was one other one. I think it was like the T-80 that they were like, okay, so all you got to do is go up to the tank, scrape off the paint in a small patch, and then use this diamond cutting tool, which the guy who was giving the interview explained that he still had it and kind of laughed and apologized that he still had it. And you'd use the diamond cutting tool to scrape a sliver of the armor off to take back and analyze, to like get the metallurgy from it. I was just like, What have you got? Tank shavings.
Wow.
It's pretty bananas.
Right, because this is Cold War, so it's like it's not like they're actually engaging in combat with each other. They're just
No, there's a lot of espionage.
and they're trying to evaluate what the capabilities of the other side would be had they gone into battle.
Yeah, they were like continually like counting units and like looking at profiles and silhouettes. One of the things they were watching on the bomb range was aircraft behavior, because you can tell, or you can sort of extrapolate the kind of role and sort of missions that would be expected of these fighters or bombers or what have you, based on their performance. And one of the ones that they saw was there was a bomber that would like, how did it go? It like came in low and then did a really, really steep climb and released its bomb near the apex and pivoted over backwards.
Oh, so it's dropping a tactical nuke.
Yup! That's what they figured out.
Why would you need to run away from the bomb?
Tactical nukes, or as my friend Jax on Blue Sky says, nukes.
Nukes, yeah.
It's like, no, there's no, you don't get to do a tactical. It's an all or nothing kind of affair.
Yeah.
It's just like a cheeky little bomb, right?
Yeah, no, it's fine, it's fine. It's not a real one, bro. It was just a joke.
Yeah,
it's just a joke, bro. It's just a joke.
A joke. Oh boy.
It's just a meme.
There is one way to kill a man, but it is as delicate as a well-played game of chess.
Comes along, eats all the pieces, slams big red button.
It's like, I think there's a lot of misunderstanding about atomic weapons, particularly in this day and age, because we're like quite far removed from like the beginning of that. Mm-hmm. They're not just big bombs. They're really, really, really big bombs. Like the Moab, which is the largest conventional munition fielded by the U.S., is like a fraction of like the smallest warhead.
Right.
And it's like, it really is an order of magnitude. It's like not comparable. Thanks for nothing, Edward Teller. You maniac.
Let's say, I mean, it is, yes, an order of magnitude bigger, but also they drop an order of magnitude more little bombs.
Yeah. I mean, like...
Or several orders of magnitude more.
Yeah, several orders of magnitude. I mean, wasn't Hiroshima notably larger than all the conventional bombs that had been dropped into the war in that point?
Yep.
Yeah.
And that was not even a very big one. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was Little Boy. God, okay, so my favorite little facts, like anecdotes about Little Boy. Did you know it was untested?
I had heard that. They considered the design so kind of foolproof.
Yeah, they thought that they were confident it would work without testing.
Yeah, which I have heard brought up in terms of nuclear proliferation. That the gun-type nuclear bomb is just so dependable and like intuitive a design that you don't really need to test it. Right, you could just build one and have it in reserve.
That's wild.
Without necessarily giving away that you have completed a nuclear weapon.
I mean, it's a tricky thing where you have like something that is so destructive. Like, you can't really test it without
it being noticed.
Without it being noticed, and without, blowing up a huge amount of stuff.
Yeah, it's more in this now. It's more an issue of being detected, because like you cannot set off an explosion that big anywhere on Earth and not have someone notice, because everybody's watching everybody else all the time, and it's very easy to tell. And like, there's actually a characteristic appearance of that kind of detonation. Like, that's how they figured out that Israel probably definitely has nukes is because there was the characteristic double flash in the... Where the hell was it?
Oh, was
South
it in the
Africa?
Indian Ocean?
I think
or,
so.
Yeah.
So,
Well, and they have also in the like seismic sensors and stuff.
Yeah.
For it too. Yeah.
but yeah, so Little Boy was untested, and this is just a weird kind of like
You know,
detail
just
of
give it a shot, see if it
Yeah.
would work.
of like it being a form of alchemy. The bomb was initiated using 4 silk bags of cordite.
Huh.
And if that's not black magic, I don't know what is.
Yeah. Like just good old cordite.
Yep.
In use since when? 19th century?
Oh god, I should know this. Probably like I want to say around turn of the century. Earlier than that, like because it was like the first really successful, reliable smokeless powder.
Yeah.
It's called cordite because it looks like spaghetti.
Right. Yeah, it's the bundles of...
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like if you ever crack open a World War I shell, it's full of it. Like it looks like it's full of straw. Not like modern tank rounds that are full of the forbidden licorice. I saw the picture. It was the inside of an M1 Abrams, and the loader had dropped one of the shells, and the cellulose casing had busted open, and the fuel, like the propellant prills, are like, they look like pieces of licorice, and they were everywhere.
Oh, good. Oh, that sounds annoying as hell.
Yep.
And you're just like, I'm gonna get yelled at, I hope.
It's like, oh, I'm gonna get knife-handed today. It's like, you screwed up, you're out of order, and you're on PT till you die. But yeah, one of the reasons like smokeless powder is such a big deal is that like you can fabricate it into almost any shape to regulate its
Its properties?
its properties, like its burn rate, its there's other stuff like its stability and
Right, I imagine like it's...
ignition
there's,
speed, all that other
There's
crap.
like parameters around like how much surface area there is.
Exactly.
and-
So yeah, you get it in like spheres or rods or flakes or extruded gubbins. You know, little Cheerios. It's so clever. Causing mayhem. The weirdest one is like this isn't the smokeless powder, but there's a black powder substitute. I forget what it's called, but it actually does look like weird cereal flakes with holes in the middle.
Huh.
How you doing?
All right, I think. I mean, this looks terrible right now, but you know, you kind of trust the process.
Yeah, I mean, if that ain't the truth.
You're just doing the undercoating now, eh?
Yep.
I was explaining to my partner who wants to start drawing again, that, you know, I sometimes forget how to draw, and they're like, what do you mean? It's like, oh, well, like, everybody does that. You know, like, anybody who draws, including, like, my dad, who's in his 70s and has been a professional artist all his life, will just some days be like, no, I've forgotten how to draw. And, you know, then, like, 10 minutes later, you have a sandwich, and you're like, whoops, I was wrong. I don't know why we're so weird like that. It's almost like insecurity is a requisite for being an artist. It might have to do with your critical eye.
Oh. Yeah?
Like, because artists, one of the reasons, I mean, I was probably going to get into this eventually, but like one of the reasons why AI art looks so bad is because it skips over the step of evaluating something visually, which is a sort of subtle skill of being an artist, of like knowing what looks good and why. And if you just like mash in a laundry list of characteristics, it'll spit out something that you think looks cool, but then you have no ability to evaluate it for its flaws or areas where it could be improved. And that's why, like, you know, prompters have the thinnest skin imaginable. They're just like, look at this cool thing that was so amazing and so great. And they're like, well, this hand's on backwards and this looks like crap and what's going on here? They're like, oh, well, I only did it in 10 minutes.
Well, and there's that sort of interesting thing where it's like, oh, that the hand is on backwards or whatever. And then, but like to fix that, it sort of regenerates the entire picture, and it could be a whole different person the next time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, there's ways to mess with that, but
there's like retouchers, which is like, I have mixed feelings about that. The other essential artist skill that I think is more valuable than any kind of drafting technique is frustration tolerance. You have to be like an armored cockroach.
Right.
That just like is too stupid to ever quit and just keeps coming back for more. Then you will be a successful artist.
I mean, as somebody who does a lot of like, you know, computer tech support and stuff.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think that's, you know,
A fundamental just skill for learning.
Yeah.
well, or it's just, but like sometimes it's a lot of it just seems like I'm willing to, you know, work at a thing and, you know, Google the stupid error messages, go through all the process.
Persistence is
Longer than you know, whoever else is having the problem.
honestly, like, I think it's a very like under discussed maybe and underrated essential, like crucial skill is just like persistence. It's like you say, Paul, it's, you know, being willing to, you know, go through the entire mess of debugging a problem for everything that involves,
Yeah.
and not tearing all your hair out before you reach a solution. I'm trying to identify some of these parts, but I don't think I've built enough classic models to identify them.
Yeah, it'd be interesting if somebody has done a deconstruction of
Probably.
where it's all from. Yeah, one of my favorite definitions of art, which is, you know, one of those things that it's almost impossible to have a nice clean definition for, but I always liked it's the outcome of many decisions.
Interesting.
I like that. Well, yeah, because I was just like,
It isn't just like one thing. It's you, even if the end result is, you know, something that looks quite simplistic,
Yeah,
you know, a modern art thing or something.
I think
where
I could grok that.
well, yeah, as we were talking about it, I was thinking like, yeah, like
many creative decisions.
it sounds like, you know, what we're discussing here is troubleshooting and being hardened to it.
Yeah.
Or like being able to productively power through
Yeah.
a lot of troubleshooting and then you wind up with like this product at the end. And how that relates to art as a concept.
Yeah. So my joking definition for art is anything you can get away with. My serious definition is something that you have created that elicits a reaction in others.
My definition was very similar, but it was that reaction. That art wasn't like what was hung on the wall. It was the relationship between interpreter and interpreted.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of why the sort of like, you know, ultra modern art. I think I don't like all of it, but I think I think I have more of an understanding for it now, because like I used to be, you know, like most other young people, pretty dismissive of that kind of thing. Like for example, like the banana taped to the wall.
Right.
It's like, do you know how pissed off you are about that? That means it worked.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, I read about, you know, the comedian, right? Which is what that was called. And it was in part a critique of, like, art as money laundering scheme.
Oh, that's really good.
Right.
What was that one, the toilet that continues to do its job?
Oh, yeah.
Of outing-
it's a urinal.
The upside down urinal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By putting it upside down, it sort of made it art.
It's like a
Continuing to piss off reactionaries into its second century.
it's a fascist detector, because anybody who's like, look at the degeneracy of art. It's like, found one.
Yep.
It's something that I didn't sort of realize until I was an adult and had sort of spent more time in museums and stuff, is that a lot of art fundamentally, especially like the sort of art that is in museums and things, is sort of fundamentally kind of not for us. Like art, a lot of art is basically a conversation between artists that we kind of get a window into.
I was gonna say, I mean,
But we don't necessarily understand like all the implications of what is happening.
I like almost kind of embarrassingly late realized that like runway super fashion stuff.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's like kinetic sculpture.
Yeah, it's not meant to be worn by anybody.
Yeah.
No MF is putting this on and taking it out.
Yeah,
Like you say, it's kinetic sculpture. It's almost like an intersection between, not like dance, but the canvas is, you know, a starved Hungarian model.
Right. Yeah, like the fashion shows that are like practical clothing are usually subtitled like pret-a-porter, ready to wear. Right.
But yeah, that I think really changed how I looked at that stuff. Like, okay, I see what you did there.
I saw a thing that was talking about how, because there's that aspect where it's like the stuff from the runway isn't meant to be worn, but it is a sort of an iconic or a feel of what, like the collection that will actually be in the store will often be kind of evoking colors or elements
Interesting.
of
Right.
the runway thing.
Well, I mean,
But it's actually like a wearable version of it.
I could see like the relationship being similar to something like concept cars and then production cars.
Right.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, where it's just like, this is the like uncut cocaine version,
Yeah, like
and here's the like, you know, measured dose of Ritalin version.
yeah, like look at what our machine process is capable of doing, or like, you know, the continuously curved shapes that we can manufacture now.
How many layers of wind tunnel are you on?
Yeah.
And so, yeah, like I've seen, I mean, there's a famous scene in Devil Wears Prada, right? Where she's talking about like how it's like fashion is so stupid. And then Meryl Streep's character is like, that color you're wearing,
Yeah.
That's from this. That's from this show from like 3 years ago, and then that came into the stores, and then that was chosen and all these different things.
Yeah, and then the knockoff version that you're wearing, would have been about 18 months behind this.
Yeah.
But essentially, you're wearing that because the people in this room decided that you would.
Yeah. I feel much the same way about people. I mean, I don't encounter as many of these so much, but people who don't consider art to be a real job. It's like, the user manual for your Ford F-150, an artist designed that. In fact, an artist designed your Ford F-150 and designed the fuel injection system and all the curves and stuff in AutoCAD and picked out the color swatches.
Yeah,
worked on the reflective index of your body paint that you have wrapped around a bollard in the Walmart parking lot.
Yeah, it's like, you don't see it because you're swimming in it, dumbass.
Yeah.
It kind of clicked for me when I saw I was listening to a podcast or something where someone was saying that goop, like Gwyneth Paltrow's thing, is totally ridiculous. A lot of the stuff, right? It's just totally new age, not even new age, but just like all this weird really expensive total crap stuff.
It's a reactionary thing.
But it's the same kind of thing. Elements, she'll be doing whatever a $500 face scrub made out of something. And then, 2 years down the line, Walmart will have something that's sort of in that same area, right? Like it's but a much more sort of mass market version of that.
I'll try not to linger on this, but the idea of simulated wealth is something I think about a lot. And you see it expressed most acutely in discounted stores, like Walmart, like the dollar store, where there's all this cheap knockoff stuff that allows you to sort of pretend to be richer than you are. And man, there's a lot of things about that. It's like, well, I can't afford latest thing, but I can afford this crappy plastic knockoff of it and put it on my lawn.
Right.
People will think I'm,
I mean, yeah, that's probably been in action for as long as people have been making stuff.
Yeah.
Right? Or there's been the perception of the value of stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, you could probably find birds that do that.
Ooh.
I'm sure there are bowerbirds out
Becky,
there.
let me smash. You want blue. She doesn't want blue. Blue and yellow. No.
Wow, I haven't thought of that video.
No, Ron. Go find Becky. What? Swiggity swooty. Half the people watching think I'm having a stroke. One of the stupidest adaptations of that meme I made was the crow, or the bird, whatever it was, wearing an ushanka, and I captioned it, "Lemmy is smash."
God.
That's funny to 4 people. I think I got through more of this than I was expecting.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the ink wash really adds a lot of depth.
So what I think I might do is go in with a small-ish brush.
Could you put it on the close? Oh yeah.
Yeah. So.
Oh yeah, that is looking nice.
So you're getting a contrast.
Oh yeah. So the ink wash almost has it really darkens those edges, but then.
Yep.
it also, you were saying you wanted to look kind of like have that. It can also kind of look like oil leaking out.
Exactly.
Or something.
Yeah.
So what I think I'm going to do is take a small-ish brush and like knock back some of this wash in areas where it like went over a bit.
Okay.
So like, there's too many spots, but yeah, it does look like leaking fluid of some sort. I feel like there's something to be said for like engineering a messy look. It's tricky.
Yeah, because you don't want it to look just busy or
And you don't want-
greebly,
and
you know?
and you don't want it to look like it was painted badly.
Yep.
Right. It's like
The difference, yeah, the difference between a
it is.
bad paint job and something that was deliberately worn.
It is
Yeah, like I
painted badly.
I remember an anecdote. A professional like aviation model painter was like, I think he had moved and was finding like his new model club. Right, he needed new homies,
Yeah.
and so he painted a Heinkel 111, which was a German Second World War bomber, and the specific one he was doing was from the Battle of Britain, and the Luftwaffe had like stripes. Like they had 3 white stripes that they painted on the wings
Okay.
as like identification marks, right? Like a lot of air forces did this. Famously, the Allies had invasion stripes, right? Black and white stripes. But the Germans did this really hastily with spray guns.
Okay.
So part of it was that there was overspray,
Oh.
right? Like in photographs, you can see where they put the stencil down and just like,
Yeah.
right? And so he modeled the overspray.
That's awesome.
And one of the club members took him aside
Oh no.
and was like, we expect a higher, like, just so you know here, we're pretty strict about what we'll accept.
Oh my god.
And, we would expect you to clean up that kind of thing.
Oh god. It's like maybe I need to go to a different model club.
Yeah.
Could I get my gazpacho soup heated up, please?
Piping hot gazpacho soup.
God, Red Dwarf is so good. I think I'm definitely overdue for a rewatch.
I hope it's aged well.
Having seen it a couple times pretty recently, it has, I think.
Okay, good.
Like, it hits its stride kind of like season 3-ish, like a lot of
Yeah.
TV stuff. And then it sustains pretty well to season 7, I think.
Okay.
And then it stumbles a bit, and then it kind of gets it back in like, I think season 10.
I think I used to watch it on PBS.
Yeah.
Whenever they would do a telethon. And I think I watched up to the season where, like, the ship is stolen,
Yeah, but
and they spend the entire season in, like, Starbuck.
yeah, that's one
And
of
that
the
was
better
kind of like
ones.
the last time I was able to catch it on TV.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, I kind of didn't like when once Kachansky came back.
I'm so glad you said that, because that's like a tricky criticism to make, because it's, you don't want to seem like a chud that's like, oh, they added a girl and it got bad. I think she was really badly written.
Well, and her, like, the whole thing was Lister was in a relationship with her for like 2 weeks.
Yep.
3 million years ago.
Yeah.
And so it's like she was just this kind of she was better as sort of a sort of a feeling.
Yeah, like a character note for Lister.
Yeah, and it was like her being like it could have been any crew member. Her being Kachansky kind of messed with things. Yeah.
It was really egregious, I felt, because like they wrote her as the girl character, and it was just a lot of this like really hackneyed, boring gender humor that just falls flat. And it's like I feel bad for the performers,
Right.
because like I think I saw a post about a person who thought that they really hated female characters in a lot of old media until they realized that like every single one they saw had been written
As the
terribly.
girl. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
It was just like, oh wait, this just sucks. It's like people don't know how to write women.
Well, and then if that's the media that you grew up on,
Yep.
and you become a writer,
Yeah. Poop in, poop out. So
But I found the like not the more recent show or thing they did, like, because they did like a comeback season like 5 years ago or something. Probably more than that now, maybe 10 years ago now. But anyway, and it was sort of fine.
Yeah, I imagine there were a lot of like British shows where they were like, Doctor Who kind of hit
Yeah.
when it came back. What do we got? What do we got in the tank? Right?
What I found most interesting about it is that, or most poignant about it, was that a large there's several important sort of character moments of Lister back in the original thing, sort of realizing that he's, this is his life.
yep.
Right.
And, like when he turns 30, there's like he has like a midlife crisis when he turns 30, right?
Yeah.
And stuff. And so by doing this kind of remake or doing this sort of not even a reboot, but going back to the show with it, and they actually pushed it to the actually how long it had been since the thing. So
Right,
Craig
right.
Charles is like 60 now or
Damn.
something, like, or 50. I don't know how old the actor who plays Lister. I think he's probably in his 50s. And so, it has a certain poignantness to it of like, yeah, that this was his life.
Right. Yeah.
Or this has been his life.
Yeah. He took a bit part in a television series.
I mean,
And,
he was
or not a
very-
bit part, but like a starring role in a small television series. And
That had a really, really crazy idea.
To be fair to Craig Charles, he's been in lots of other very, very cool
Okay.
TV shows.
Robo Wars.
He's 61. Okay.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so,
Okay.
Yeah, he was a long-standing character on some other British sitcom or British soap opera or British drama. And he also did he actually did some really, really good the audiobooks for Red Dwarf,
Oh really?
doing like all the voices and stuff.
Huh.
Yeah,
Alright.
Coronation Street, right? He was on.
Oh
He was,
Really?
he was a recurring character, like he was a part of the cast on Coronation Street for many years.
Wow. That's a pretty big get. One of my favorite things that Red Dwarf did was a crossover with Can't Cook, Won't Cook.
Oh yeah, that was great.
Oh, it's so funny.
Can't smeg, won't smeg.
Yep. So it's it's a cooking show, and they go on in character. it's probably on YouTube. Go watch it. It's so funny.
Yeah, that was like part of a telethon thing, because that used to be,
Yeah.
at least here, that's how we always used to watch Red Dwarf, is you could only watch it during, like, there'd be a telethon of it.
Yeah, on
KCTS 9.
yeah, KCTS 9, yeah. I got my t-shirt.
Yeah. I did, yeah. I had a giant I had like an extra large t-shirt when I was like 10.
Yep.
And it was the perfect, I don't know if it would be like that now, but my favorite thing about it is it was that perfect thing of like, you know, Red Dwarf was common enough that people would recognize the shirt, but uncommon enough that people would be like, Red Dwarf? You know about Red Dwarf? And so people always be like excited to see somebody who's into Red Dwarf.
Yeah. Whoops.
Where can you stream it now? It must be somewhere. Is it on BritBox?
Yeah, probably.
Excuse me.
BritBox sounds like a rare type of breakcore.
Or like, you know, you subscribe to BritBox and they send you like,
Different beans.
yeah, different kinds of beans and various yeast byproducts.
Oh, that's interesting. The legs go on this way. Huh. All right. I had it right the first time. Actually, maybe I should just black this out while I have the chance.
Uh, 13 seasons are available on BritBox.
Nice.
Season 1 is available on Hoopla for some reason.
That's really.
But just
It's
season
really
1.
actually on Tubi?
Yeah. Well, all I have to say to that is, yar mateys. Damn it! I put it on backwards again.
Uh-oh.
All right, well, I got my girlfriend a subscription to BritBox so she could watch Vera and Pride and Prejudice.
Ooh.
I mean, yeah, BritBox has got some good stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's definitely that, you know, that sort of nostalgia, but not actually nostalgia for, you know, the anime or different pieces of media where, you know, it used to be that there were only...
It was like a shibboleth.
Well, there are only specific... It was not even that, like, they were hard to get. It was like there were specific places that you had to be, you know, at a convention or at the... you know, at your anime club, or you know,
Right.
It's like so.
Oh God, anime club.
Right, yeah, like for years, the only people in my entire section of the province
Yep.
who had seen End of Evangelion were at the one screening at the UNBC Anime Club.
That's wild.
It's like my brother and I were really into, you know, Mystery Science Theater, and back in the day, it was there was you know, keep circulating the tapes. You know, there was mailing lists, right? And people would send a tape, and then you would tape it off and send it back. Like, you would make VHS tape copies of these different things, and you know, the person who had like a low you know, a low generation copy. It
Right,
was in
right.
higher demand, right?
God, what a wild time.
That is, yeah, something, the availability of a lot of this media, whether through legitimate means or illegitimate.
Wait,
Because of course, you know, circulating the tapes was bootlegging as well.
right.
But the availability of that kind of media is certainly something that has improved over the years. One thing the internet has been pretty good at.
Yeah, like I remember, God, when I was in middle school, Nine Inch Nails put out a film.
Uh-huh.
And it was like all their videos and then like a bunch of short films they made.
Cool.
Like they made videos for like a bunch of songs that didn't otherwise have videos, and it was banned everywhere. It was rumored to be a snuff film,
Oh, bullshit.
which it wasn't. It wasn't.
Of
right?
course it wasn't.
But like, it was one of the things where it was like, my brother like has a friend who has a copy.
Yeah, you want to see it?
Yeah, and it was like, yeah, I do, and it was cool. It was, you know, you could see where somebody who had it described to them might like want it banned if you were particularly like unwell. But what was the actor's name? Well, he wasn't an actor. He was a BDSM, basically porn star or performer. But he was in a bunch of them. Like
feel
being
like if I
murdered in
start-
various ways.
I feel like if I start guessing names, I'm going to out myself as knowing too
Bob
many.
Flanagan. Yeah, Art, yeah. I think that's Bob Flanagan. But he's like this weird looking guy, right?
You always need a weird looking guy.
Yeah. Yeah, one of the problems with modern Hollywood is we have no weird looking guys. Right? Like, I feel something went wrong when Timothée Chalamet was made a leading man rather than a guy who screams, "What's inside you?" in a low budget horror movie, right? Or as like a guest of the week on X-Files.
Yeah. Yeah, we need a Steve Buscemi.
Yeah, or like, you know, like not that he's a weird looking guy, but like a Clancy Brown, played Grima Wormtongue.
That guy.
That guy. You know, those guys of Hollywood.
The weird little guys of Hollywood.
Brad Dourif, yes. I can never remember his name. That's so terrible.
I do find that, you know, talking about British shows, but they often are more interested in showing sort of regular people, which sounds like I'm saying they're ugly, but it's just like action.
yeah.
They
People that look like people, not like.
Yeah.
well, and,
Well, like-
and it's not even that the people are look better or worse. It's that they are sort of presented, you know, a person who is, you know, whatever, a hard-bitten detective who, you know, is having a lot of trouble with alcoholism or something.
Who actually looks like...
Haggard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
actually looks kind of haggard.
Yeah.
Even if the actor, you know, is a very fine-looking person.
One of my favorite webcomics from back when those were a thing, Akewood, had a throwaway gag in one strip where it was just like a cutaway to something, and it was a game or a game show titled A-List British Celebrity or American High School Teacher.
Nice.
And it was just like, you know, photos of Clarkson.
So what I think I'm gonna try is getting a little chunk of this here sponge. And just do some
Ooh.
engrossing on the underside of the hull.
Spongy.
I love...
Yeah, great for doing like semi-random paint chips.
So yeah, the thing with a sponge is you have to rotate it as you...
Otherwise, you get templating or like stenciling, basically. Same pattern repeating.
Yeah.
Yeah, a favorite of the armor painter.
I use this in one of my comics, Purifier, a lot. Because like you get great textures out of it.
Do you like actually like with ink or actually with?
Yeah, with ink. Like, because you can use ink and ink washes.
Oh, neat.
Ink wash behaves a little bit like watercolor.
Oh wow.
Which is to say you have to work with it very quickly.
Yeah, one of the things that I always remember about learning watercolors is like, there are no mistakes, right? Like, you know, when you put brush to paper,
I think they'd be ready.
that's where it goes.
Just like picking up not very much paint. Let's see what this looks like to fit up.
Man, who is it who was telling me about a bunch of their friends going to a Renaissance fair, but they were all dressed as Star Trek
Oh man,
people?
that's pretty funny.
Yeah, good gag.
This is kind of set up for more miniatures.
Here, put your little guy underneath being stomped on. Oh god!
Oh, it looks so bad.
Cool. What do you think?
Oh, that's a Big Bang Theory gag?
What?
No, I guess they had some hits.
Well, the stop clock tells the right time twice a day.
Yeah. I think we can give that one to them.
He'll need it. Oh. The balance point on this is very strange. Oh, I think I might have blown my spring.
Uh-oh.
Is it gone?
I don't know. Maybe. Oh no, wait, there was another spring around here somewhere.
It's
there's
cool.
also-
It's cool that it actually does like stand by itself pretty well.
Yeah. I think I just gotta find where its sweet spot is. It's a very weird looking thing.
Yeah, it's a lot of like the legs and the body are very different shapes.
It also kind of looks like it's not sure whether it's coming or going.
Yeah, I like it.
I dig it.
It does feel like the kind of thing somebody would have bodged together in a junk heap.
Yep. So there are some like additional bits that I'll probably get to later. Like additional like shin pads and that sort of thing.
Ooh, Appleseed a bit?
Oh, yeah. Oh, Appleseed mention. Big ups.
I need to read that.
It's very good. Well, I should read it as well. Actually, what I should read is Ghost in the Shell, because the new anime coming out is apparently based a lot more closely on the manga,
Oh, okay.
which means we get goofy Motoko Kusanagi
Huh.
being silly, because
Okay.
the manga is a lot sillier than you might expect.
Okay. Okay.
It still gets into some like fascinating, like, contemplative sci-fi stuff. Mm-hmm. Like there's a bunch of story arcs that they of course never touched on in the movie, and I think in the other adaptations, like there's one where this series of like love dolls starts going berserk and killing their owners, and they trace it back to this factory where these like these kids have been taken hostage to like dub their brains off.
Oh! Wait, didn't that get turned into one of the standalone complexes?
Did it? Maybe
That sounds
I might be
familiar.
behind the times too, but I thought it was wild.
Was that one of the standalone complex plot lines?
Could be.
I should watch those again.
Yeah. All right, now what do I do next? Do I want to start trying to dry brush this?
Is standalone complex streaming anywhere? It must be.
Now, I wonder if this light sea gray is going to be too light. Maybe. No.
Yar har har, it's streaming on torrents.
Yeah. Do you think is this going to match?
Huh?
Let's try it very, very light.
If it's on Tubi, I'm gonna lose it. It's like my partner and I were trying to watch Lower Decks, and the
yeah.
last season is on Paramount.
Oh God.
Everything else is like
That's
on.
okay. Is that just like collusion?
It must be.
I mean, yeah, the split season stuff is.
That's BS. Like,
Well, it's especially because it'll be like different first in Canada versus other places.
Yeah.
well, it's just like all of the convenience of streaming has gone to the wayside because, like, I guess they've figured out how to like siphon as much money out of us poor rubes as possible.
Yeah. And like, I have the good subscription to Crave, which has a bunch of stuff on it, right? It's like Bell's streaming service, but it's where HBO posts a bunch of their stuff.
Right.
And we were watching Lower Decks, and there are ads.
Even with there's no like, even with the higher tier or whatever.
Yeah.
It's just
Like, thanks, I'll just pirate it, actually.
yeah. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, and that I got this is quite a few years ago now, but I got one of the cable company called me up and was like, hey, we've got a new deal, digital cable plus faster internet than you have right now for the same price. Do you want it for like a year? And I was like, sure, I guess. I don't care about digital cable, but faster internet for the same price, sure, I'll go for that. Mm-hmm. And I got it, and put a reminder in my phone to cancel it as.
Yeah, 11 months.
And I watched, and I tried to watch some TV, and I realized that my tolerance for ads is so different from what it's like. Just the advertising that they used to have, or they still have, I guess, on regular cable TV, which is whatever 8 minutes every
30?
every half hour,
Yeah.
something like that. And then they crush up the end titles to show more ads and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I think I last watched television in 2009 when I was watching the final season of Battlestar Galactica.
Wow.
And I hated it. I hated, like, the ads were constant. And I was like, well, okay, you know what? I like this show. I'm going to stop pirating it for the last season. And I'll watch it on broadcast for whatever that's worth. Or it might have just been that the person I usually found my torrents through was gone. Anyway, it was intolerable.
Cameron, did you know I discovered something fascinating that I had always sort of suspected was a thing, but I had never had it put into words. It's the why they keep making these god-awful live-action remakes of major IPs.
Oh, isn't it so that they retain the rights to them?
It's even worse.
Oh?
Live action counts as VFX,
So the
not
the
animation,
animators,
so it's cheaper.
right? Yeah, the VFX workers get paid way less than animators.
Yep.
And can be outsourced.
And so
probably.
they can take an existing thing that they know is a surefire hit because people have watched it before, make, basically slop for a fraction of the cost and laugh all the way to the bank.
Huh? Bastards.
Kill them. In Minecraft, of course.
Yeah, in Minecraft.
For some reason, I was thinking about Minecraft mob grinders and the early days of making them when you would have like a lava blade.
Oh, right.
All sorts of like inhumane shit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't think it's gotten terribly humane
No,
since.
what's Surge up
yeah,
to
what's
these days?
Surge, what's Surge's latest atrocity?
You see, when we optimize everything, anything is possible.
Here's where the block of iron comes out. What's inside the giant structure? Oh, children.
Progress.
Yeah, progress.
Yeah.
It was the milk farm where you have like a cow inside a jar that just like fills with its own milk.
That's horrible.
And Serge was like, no, don't worry, the cow doesn't die.
Oh, good. I'm so glad.
No, it just prays for death.
It's so much funnier if you know Serge personally, because he's, like, generally speaking, quite a sweetheart. And so the contrast of seeing him doing these, like, these deranged things. It's,
I mean, like, none of it's real, right? Maybe we're the deranged ones who are just like, don't hurt the fake cow. But, like...
I think it's just really funny.
Yeah.
Like, every part of it, it's just like us being sort of at least half performatively flabbergasted by it. Fit up is not great right now, but whoa, whoops. I am a robot. Oh, I'm sleepy.
Uh-oh. Hey!
It's gonna pop a squat. Oh yeah, there we go.
Nice.
All right.
There we go. I had to zoom out the camera a bit.
Yeah.
Oh, look! Is that the front?
Yep.
It's a little hard to tell.
I believe that's the front. There's a few parts missing, like there's a canopy here that I didn't put in because it's a transparent piece. I will have to go through the manual and see what steps I missed, because there's a few parts that I haven't installed yet. But we're quite quite close to having everything in place.
Are you thinking like kind of like a sort of a camo-y thing for it? Or?
Maybe.
I remember making things like this with the remainders from my dad's old model kits, right? Where you would have like, a choice between two different wing shapes in a kit,
Yeah.
and then like leftover like external fuel tanks or rocket pods or
Kit
something.
bashing is a long and proud tradition.
Yeah. You would get some really like fun parts.
I have not built a new model in quite some time. I have a bunch on my bench. I gotta finish this one that I started for my dad like 3 or 4 years ago.
Oh.
Of a prime mover, which is one of the vehicles used in the Chernobyl cleanup.
Oh,
And it's
okay.
this awesome like Soviet-flavored, Soviet-looking Soviet tank.
Nice.
Well, it's like it's a tracked truck
Okay. Okay.
with a big like bulldozer blade. Mm-hmm. And it's just very cool looking.
Nice.
We ran out of jams again.
Alas, we have mined out the drama.
I switched over to funky.
Oh, okay.
That's what,
Yeah, I thought I heard us revisiting Become Fortunate.
Give me 10 more new ships to blow up at Wolf 359.
Yep. Oh man, I love that graveyard. The Wolf 359 like ship graveyard.
Oh man.
Where it's just like they went to the special effects department and were like, all right, here's 45 copies of like the AMD Earl Starship Enterprise and the Reliant and like the whatever Star Trek kits we have. We need 30 broken ships.
Yep. Pretty
I like,
cool.
and then they're like, oh, let's make like a bunch of weird ones, just put a bunch of stuff together and do all the things. And then of course, the guys writing the like Star Trek technical manual have to figure out what the heck these things. It's like, oh, that's the class.
Yeah.
And that one's the Fudipa class.
Yeah, this one's the New Orleans, and this one is the
right.
Challenger, and this one is...
This one's the Poughkeepsie.
God,
Yeah.
the beginning of DS9 when he meets Picard,
Oh, yeah.
it's just like, we've met at Wolf 359. Like, this is so awkward.
I still like how at Wolf 359 there was one Oberth.
One which?
Oberth. It was the science ship from Star Trek 3.
Oh yeah.
The one that sucks. It just, you look at it and you're like, this poor thing nobody loved.
Oh,
Right.
darling.
Do you remember the Penny Arcade strip where there was the pony game where you got your very own pony
Maybe?
and you had to enter the code correctly? Like you bought the pony and then it came with its own serial code and then you entered it into the game.
I have no
And
memory of
he like transcribes it
Oh,
incorrectly.
no.
And it says something like, "Oh my God, you've created some abomination." Right? Like, this thing is experiencing just complete pain. And the final line is, "Click on your pistol, then click on your horse." Right? And that's what the Grissom reminds me of, the Oberth class. It's like my favorite Star Trek ship. It just, it's an abomination.
That's really
Right,
funny.
like when you kit bash too close to the dumpster. And it keeps turning up in things, usually just like getting swatted out of the way or being hit by another ship's exploding debris.
Uh-huh.
We need some to explode. Quickly, bring him.
I'm gonna take
Like, you know, some poor bastards were just within range of Wolf 359 to get there in time. And like, somebody had to go out in a spacesuit and stand on the deck with a phaser. Right? Like, I guess we're combat ready.
Like, Captain, are you sure we want to do this? Look, they said every ship, okay?
Yeah.
You may need
We
to
will
tell
be pedaling this ship into combat, Lieutenant.
What do you think?
Ooh. Chipping or camouflage?
I think camouflage.
I like it. The contrasting color is good.
Yeah, I wanted to, like, this is a risky proposition because, like, well,
You're kind of baked into it.
yeah. But I kind of like it. I might do some green on top. I'm just gonna get the, like, major components, like if they are actually, you know. So we gotta get this ready for Martian operations. Grab the spray can.
I mean, from what I understand, that has been like historically, there have been problems where, like, you know, you go out and there's like a big desert campaign and they run out and everyone's just like wearing forest camo.
Yeah.
I mean, wasn't that one of the plot?
Standing out like a. Yeah.
Wasn't that one of the plot points in Generation Kill,
I think so, yeah.
where they're like, "Where's our desert? Like, we're wearing our camis,
Yeah.
like their woodland pattern."
I found out that, like, the reason so many Soviet buildings have that sort of, like, halfway up the wall green paint,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
millions of gallons of leftover green military paint.
Huh.
They just had tons of it. So it's like, yeah, all right.
Well, does it need to be painted?
Sure, paint it green.
But only like the part we can reach easily.
Yeah, not too diligently, mind you.
Oh my god, there's a giant walker. Wait, no. It's just a tree with legs and guns.
Oh, phew.
Phew.
It's a tree with legs and guns.
For a long time, I was kicking around an idea for a sketch or something from the first time I saw somebody wearing pink camo.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if it's that popular anymore, but especially for like girls or whatever, they would
Yeah.
have like pants and shirts.
It's if you need to, like, blend in at a rave.
Well, I was thinking that's like, you know, the military commissions a bunch of, like, you know, serious pink camo stuff for like it's like an assault of like Dreamland or something.
Right, yeah. Yeah, it's what all the Kens wear at the end of the Barbie movie.
Yeah.
Armed and trained by G.I. Joe operators.
Wasn't Lee Ermey the VA for the army man in
Toy
Story?
Story? Yeah, I think so.
That's so good.
And I think for a long time, he was just the guy you got to do that kind of stuff. Right? We need a guy who can yell at people militarily.
Yeah.
Army-y. Get Arlie Army. Ermy. Whatever.
Ormy.
My favorite line from that movie is still, did your parents have any children who lived?
Holy gee.
I'm sure
What is that?
has somebody dubbed in the Full Metal Jacket thing into Toy Story.
Oh, they should.
Yeah.
I will PT you till you die. Yeah, all right. That's working.
You see it over on the.
Very nice.
And then the upper half.
Yeah, that sponge, especially you're sort of deliberately like breaking the sponge or ripping the sponge in a very.
So a natural sponge has so many different like textures. Like you can get like very fine ones, very coarse ones. These are great.
Oh, so that's a real sponge.
Oh yeah, that's a real sponge. I think you might be able to get simulated ones that are the same. But either way, they're available.
I saw a dub someone did of Darth Vader with other lines James Earl Jones or other roles James Earl Jones has been in, and the one that got me, like they were all fine mostly, but the one that got me was him in A New Hope, like after they capture the Millennium Falcon.
Yep.
And he, like, Darth Vader walks up to it, looks at it, and they dubbed in "Big son of a bitch" from Hunt for Red October. And that one killed me.
That's really good. You know, isn't digital camouflage kind of like the gun kata of camo?
I don't know.
It's like mathematically designed to be the most effective pattern.
Right. Well, like, Hosk has a story in chat about, like, apparently they just went with the 4 demo colors.
Huh.
Like, it was supposed to be a generic pattern that you could apply any color to. Like, you would take satellite, as Hosk says, you take satellite photos of wherever you're deploying to, and then custom make a fabric pattern and make uniforms for that area.
Yeah.
And then they looked at how much it was going to cost and were just like, just give us the demos.
Oh.
We'll take the blanks.
It is an interesting, like, it's fascinating that every country and in fact multiple, like, for instance, each branch of the U.S. military has its own camouflage.
Yeah.
Like, you think that there would be like a definitive correct answer.
Yeah, like it would be a solved problem
that everyone would converge on. But no, everyone uses different stuff.
Yeah, well, I mean, I suppose
this all kind of work.
Well, it's like even if there's like a consistent color scheme, there's so many different backgrounds. It's like you do your best, because like that's not even talking about like seasonal changes in foliage.
Right. But yeah, like I guess the one that's really obvious right now is you look at the uniforms that the Russians and the Ukrainians are wearing, like fighting over the same terrain, and the Russians are like that really bright green, and the Ukrainians are more like a coyote brown.
Yeah. That's pretty wild. I expect to see some drone footage of like flying up to a guy, and then it's like that clip from Death Stranding of like going down the gullet and the baby's like thumbs up. I still want to play that game. It seems very, very strange.
Turns into Police Squad.
That is a very inappropriate music to accompany drone footage. Jesus Christ. Oh, dear.
Yeah, just the spinning red and blue light at the bottom of the frame.
Oh, ain't war hell.
Yeah.
Oh,
And on that note,
nice. Yeah.
I mean, I haven't done anything terribly impressive today, chat, but here we are.
Yeah. I think that we both got the sort of like base.
Yeah.
Boost.
based. You know,
Stir
this is
and
going to
baste well.
look better. Trust the process, chat.
Did you choose this team based on
Based.
Did you choose this team more on how much fun they'd be to paint, or whether you actually want to play them in Kill Team?
Okay, for the last 6 months to a year, I've been painting Eldar, who are like the space elves, and they're very like colorful and clean. And this team, which I'm using for inquisitorial agents in Kill Team, are Imperial weirdos, right? So they're all just like, you know, if you're familiar with John Blanche's artwork for Warhammer 40k, it's all just dudes with 3 teeth holding chainsaws, screaming. And that was the vibe I kind of wanted to go for here.
Yeah, I'm into that. God, can you imagine being a 40k dentist?
Yeah. I've never encountered one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't exist.
Maybe they go with the old system, just like knock all your teeth out and give you like plasteel inserts.
On the other hand, the plethora of skulls that we see strewn everywhere
Yeah, no, they do
have nice teeth.
Yeah, no, they do. Yeah, and orcs continuously grow teeth.
Right.
Yeah, it's a currency, isn't it?
Yeah, it's their currency. Bringing it all the way back to a conversation from the beginning of the stream.
Yeah.
I was reading, what is it? American Journalist. He did a 3-part book on the history of the American Army in World War II. It's, is it The Guns at Dawn? Day of Battle is the middle one. That's the one about Operation Husky and the invasion of Sicily. And then is it something like An Army at Last Light? And that one is kind of like more about the social history of the army. And one of his things is that like during World War II, the U.S. Army employed 1/3 of the dentists in the United States to make dentures. Wow. So that soldiers could chew, right? And the joke was that the army stopped testing eyes and started counting them.
Okay. Wee!
Yeah,
God, I love history.
you had to have 8 fingers. Neither of them had to be at the trigger finger.
It's like a stamp. It's okay. We'll just like make a big lever that you pull.
Yeah, like you can drive a truck or something.
Yeah.
Well, shall we wrap up?
I think so. I think we've done well today.
Well, all right. Thank you so much for joining us here on Miniature Night. It was a bit of a different show, but I think, you know, still fun. I had fun.
I had fun.
hope you had fun. And if you got any work done, maybe you can tell us in the comments. So,
Or if we distracted you from work, you can blame us in the comments.
yeah, any of those things. Tell us what you did instead of doing whatever you were supposed to be doing. All right. Thank you for joining us here on Mini Night, here on AFK from Loading Ready Run. We'll see you in the future, Morty.